Quincy reads. Dustin raised an eyebrow. So, Ronald is your brother, and Ray is your son. That's right. Quincy gritted his teeth. You've walked into the lion's den. Today, I will bring justice for my son. I will restore the honor of our alliance and defeat this evil criminal. You want to kill me? Do you have the ability to do that? Dustin scoffed. I expected your arrival and set a trap. You will not escape today. Quincy took a step back, raised his hand, and gestured for his men. 3 guardians, capture this criminal immediately. Suddenly, 3 mysterious figures emerged from the ground. They leapt over 30 feet in the air and circled around Dustin. These figures wore black robes and faceless masks. They exuded a chilling presence that caused temperatures to drop. The martial artists nearby were stunned and quickly backed away to distance themselves. Those who were slow immediately felt a chill. It made them shiver uncontrollably. Lin, Toddy, and a few others, standing near Dustin, were especially affected. They were frozen in place. Oh no, the 3 guardians are all after Dustin. He's in trouble, Josie said anxiously. I can't believe he got the 3 guardians to appear. Quincy has really gone all out. It's rumored that the 3 guardians are all martial arts grandmasters. Although Dustin is skilled, it would be hard to go against 3 of them alone. Is this how the Martial Arts Alliance conducts itself? Dustin came to challenge the leader. Instead, they are trying to intimidate him with numbers. What a blatant disregard of our martial ethics. The crowd clamored at the sight of the 3 black-clad figures in masks. The 3 guardians were the Alliance's hidden strength. They ranked higher than the elders and third only to the leader and assistant leader. They would never be deployed unless the Alliance was in grave danger. Nobody knew how strong they were or what they looked like. Those who had seen their faces never lived to tell the tale. The last time the 3 guardians were dispatched was 10 years ago. It was during Ronald's inauguration as the Alliance leader. That day, a group of rebellious martial artists had conspired to disrupt the ceremony. The 3 guardians had swiftly stopped the uprising with sheer force. They defeated all the rebellious martial artists with ease. From that moment on, they became infamous. They were seen as a powerful defense by the entire Alliance. No one could break through that defense and shake the Alliance's foundation. Now, the Alliance didn't hesitate to use the 3 guardians in an ambush against Dustin. It was a truly heavy-handed move. The 3 guardians? Dustin's expression grew cold as he glanced around. Quincy reads, so this is your hidden card. With his keen eyesight, he could tell that the 3 guardians were no ordinary grandmasters. They practiced the dark arts. Not only did they exude a chilling aura, but they had fierce gazes and carried a strong scent of blood. Those who practiced the dark arts could enjoy rapid cultivation. However, it came with significant drawbacks. One of them included having to drink human blood regularly. That was the only way to control the dark energy inside them and keep it from running wild. The unique smell they gave off confirmed it. In other words, the so-called 3 guardians were actually 3 notorious murderers. Many people had died at their hands. The Martial Arts Alliance should be setting an example for the martial world. Instead, they were rotten to the core. They had broken ethics and rules for power and status, secretly nurturing these demons for their own use. What? Afraid already? Quincy grinned. If you're afraid, kneel and surrender. You just might be able to lessen your suffering. Afraid? Dustin sneered. They are just 3 pieces of trash that practice the dark arts. Do you really think they can touch me? Although those practicing the dark arts grew rapidly, their cultivation level was unsteady. It was due to the lack of foundation. As long as Dustin found their weakness, defeating them would be easy. Brat, seems like you won't learn your lesson until you meet death in the eyes, Quincy said sarcastically. Since you're seeking death, let me fulfill your wish. 3 guardians, I order you to kill Dustin. Wait. Just then, Josie stepped forward. With her voice raised, she said, Mr. Reeds, Grandmother Reese has come forward to challenge our leader. How could you send the 3 guardians to fight him before the challenge even starts? Don't you think you've gone too far? That's right. We're here to watch their duel, not to see you people bully the weak. A few martial artists chimed in behind her. Who are you? How dare you meddle in our affairs? Quincy's expression darkened. I'm a disciple of Boulderthorn, and I disapprove of your actions, Josie said indignantly. The Martial Arts Alliance should uphold fairness and justice. The Alliance had accepted Grandmother Reese' challenge when he issued it, but you're taking matters into your own hands. You try to attack him before Sir Reeds even arrives. Where is the integrity of the Alliance? Where is its dignity? That's right. If you're looking for a fight, do it the official way. You're such a coward for using numbers to bully him. Grandmother Reese has shown respect to the Alliance by coming alone for the duel. The Alliance should be returning the courtesy. A duel in the battle ring is the only way to convince the public. You guys aren't afraid, are you? Are you afraid that Grandmother Reese would threaten the Alliance leader's position? Is that why you have resorted to such dishonest methods? The martial artists voiced their displeasure. It had been too long since someone challenged the Alliance leader. It didn't matter if Dustin was skilled. At least, it proved that he had the courage. However, the Martial Arts Alliance's current behavior was disappointing, to say the least. Shut up, all of you. Quincy was frustrated. This brat killed my son. I'm seeking revenge as a father. What's wrong that? There's nothing wrong with seeking revenge. Still, you shouldn't use the Alliance's power to intimidate him. You're abusing the power of the Alliance for personal gain. Josie exclaimed. Why you wretched woman. Quincy was shaking with anger. He had set up this trap to capture Dustin, but he didn't expect the appearance of this witless brat to interfere with his plans. Mr. Reeds, we will not agree to you seeking revenge, at least until Grandmother Reese duel ends. That's right. Dueling the Alliance leader is a sacred act. Even if you're holding a deep grudge, you need to restrain yourself for now. With Josie taking the lead, more martial artists began to speak out against the injustice. In truth, they didn't care about Dustin's life. They were just dissatisfied with the martial arts Alliance's arrogant and tyrannical behavior. It was unreasonable for them to just stop a duel and ambush a grandmother as they pleased. If they kept silent and allowed the Alliance to do so, it could happen to them next. You bastards! Are you trying to go against the Alliance? Quincy said through gritted teeth. Mr. Reeds, that's enough. Don't anger the public. Right then, a dignified voice rang out, and a heroic-looking middle-aged man came riding on the wind. He was wearing a robe and had both hands behind his back. He moved gracefully, appearing calm and composed as he glided across the air. Although his movement seemed slow, it took him no time to arrive above them. Then, like a celestial being, he descended lightly. The newcomer was none other than the assistant leader of the Martial Arts Alliance, Emery Williamson. Greetings, Sir Williamson. The martial artists greeted him respectfully. Even Quincy, who had been annoyed earlier, calmed down. Emery held the greatest authority in the Alliance after Ronald. Although he usually kept a low profile, nobody dared underestimate him. After all, during the battle for the Martial Arts Alliance leader position, Emery was evenly matched against Ronald. He lost by just a single move. Mr. Reeds, Grandmother Reese is our guest. Since he had already challenged Ronald to a duel, we should treat him well as the hosts. That would show how magnanimous we are. Your current behavior is embarrassing. Emery reprimanded Quincy as soon as he spoke. With that, Emery had made his stance clear. Sir Williamson, I'm acting in the interest of our reputation. Quincy frowned. He continued, this guy has killed an innocent man and is acting aggressively. He has no respect for the Alliance. If we don't deal with him now, we'll likely face more in the future. Mr. Reeds, I saw what happened earlier. You were the one acting aggressive and arrogant. Emery continued calmly. Besides, you have violated our code of conduct. You had commanded the 3 guardians without the permission of our leader. If you insist on continuing this argument, you'll add another offense to your record knowingly breaking the law. Quincy was exasperated. Through gritted teeth, he whispered, Sir Williamson, we're on the same side. Sir Williamson, we're on the same side. Are you really going to oppose me for this brat? Mr. Reeds, I've always handled matters objectively. I will never act in favor of personal gain. Emery declared confidently, everyone can tell right from wrong. I believe everyone here wishes to witness a fair and honorable duel against our leader. Those who interfere in this duel with underhanded means will be the enemy of the martial world. That's right. It's our right to challenge the Alliance leader to a duel. Nobody has the right to interfere. The crowd of martial artists echoed. In the martial world, the strongest held the greatest authority. Even the position of alliance leader was earned through pure skills. Anyone who became a grandmother had the right to challenge the leader to a duel. That was an unspoken rule. Avoiding the duel or using underhanded methods would only bring down the alliance's name. Sir Williamson, must you do this? Quincy's expression was grim. Why are you displeased? Emery raised an eyebrow. If you are, you have the right to challenge me. As long as you defeat me, I will pass the position of assistant leader to you. Quincy was rendered speechless. He was a mere divine-level martial artist. It was only because his brother was the leader of the alliance that he could enjoy the privilege of being an elder. Challenging Emery would be a suicidal move. Sir Williamson, I won't forget today. I hope you won't regret it. Quincy continued grimly. You might have shielded him now, but you won't be able to shield him forever. He will be dying a tragic death later on stage. I'm not interested in his fate on stage, but nobody can break the rules beneath it. Now, get your men to leave. Emery remained composed. Quincy took a deep breath. Taking the situation into account, he finally gave in. 3 guardians, retreat. Hearing the order, the 3 black-clad figures disappeared like a ghost. It was as if they never appeared. Grandmother Reese, on behalf of the Alliance, I apologize for Mr. Reed's actions. Emery turned to Dustin and apologized respectfully. The reason he helped Dustin was to establish his authority, but it was also for personal reasons. Ronald had suppressed him for a decade, giving him no chance to rise. Dustin's appearance had given him a chance to step out from Ronald's shadow. No matter the outcome, as long as Dustin stood in the battle ring, it would be a challenge to Ronald's authority. Making the first step was the hardest. However, once that step was taken, the subsequent steps would prove less daunting. When that day came, Ronald's position would be shaken. It would give Emery the opportunity to seize power. You are too kind, Sir Williamson. They were just a few insignificant people. I didn't take them seriously. Of course, Emery gave Dustin a faint smile. Grandmother Reese, it's almost time. After you. All right, Dustin nodded. Under the watchful eyes of the crowd, he made his way up to the center of the battle ring. The crowd automatically made way for him. At that moment, regardless of his reason and the outcome, Dustin's courage and determination had earned the admiration of the people present. Dustin had attempted something none of them dared to do. Dustin, you must show them what you got and make a name for yourself. Show the world what it means to be unparalleled and unmatched. Gazing at his tall figure with admiration and adoration, Josie murmured to herself, a real man should aim for remarkable achievements that would be remembered for generations. Marching forward courageously, they were undaunted by the challenges and obstacles ahead. That was what a true man was all about. So he dares challenge the leader of the Alliance. Today would be the day he dies. Lance muttered darkly under his breath. He only prayed that Ronald would kill Dustin as soon as he went up on stage. Humph, he would end up dead anyway. He just lived a few minutes longer. Quincy grinned wickedly. His expression was extremely hostile. Dustin, please be safe. Lynn clasped her hands together in a silent prayer. What the hell? He really went up. Does he think he has what it takes to defeat the leader? Toddy frowned, filled with jealousy and hatred. They were of the same age. He couldn't understand why Dustin was a grandmother when he wasn't even a divine-level martial artist. What exactly had he been doing wrong? This place is buzzing. Suddenly, a group of individuals clad in distinctive uniforms entered the arena. Leading the group was a rather unsightly man with a pointed beard, and behind him was a group of strange-looking characters. Among them were individuals of various builds, heights, and appearances. Some were as ugly as a demon, while others were as pretty as a goddess. Yet, all of them were incredibly powerful. The Martial Arts Union? The Martial Arts Union is here. Oh my God! What is the Martial Arts Union doing here? Is there a heinous criminal here? The crowd was in an uproar as they realized who the newcomers were. The Martial Arts Union was a governmental organization in Dragonmarsh. It was known for its formidable elite fighters. Their job was to oversee the martial artists nationwide and prevent marital conflicts. Whether it was the Balerno Martial Arts Alliance, the Glenstead Martial Arts Alliance, or the major guilds of the martial world, all of them were under the jurisdiction of the Martial Arts Union.